The cry of the northern merchants. We have been told that in the northern snows and green iced sea the living sperm whale blows, and narwhals that have ivory in the nose, and seals that scrape along the ice and shine in their sleek coats, and wolves with yellow eyne, and white-pelt bears with small heads viperine, and fish beyond all telling in the far, cold depths wherein the cod sea pastures are, where the one sign of home is the North Star. The cry of the eastern merchants. We have been told that in the east are things flame-guarded by the phoenix burning wings, the sunstones of the everlasting kings, the moonstones from the woman of the sea, the change stones that compel eternity to that which is, but yet can never be, and myriad balms and spices such as nard, and the unicorn and the camelopard, white, velvet-horned, in forests moonlit starred, and blood gun from the dragon poison tushed, such as the Ctesiphon high priestess crushed on the sweet altar before swooners hushed, and grain from glittering fields, the which at dark strange three-toed stags will rob, yet no man mark. Unseen they come and go before the lark, and silks that the worm spins and man refines, silk of the east with sunlight in its lines, that at each turn with other colour shines. Berries and fragrant leaves and scented wood, hard as thick glass and smooth and red as blood, and painted clays and all drugs ill and good, and muslins delicate as dew scarce seen, jade carven and uncarven serpent green, blue from Madras and scarlet from Cochin, rubies that flame at midnight, pearls like moons plucked from green depth at lulls and the monsoons, turquoise of Pasht, blush-coloured cetaroons, salt lamprons, sun-dried waltrons, durians, dates, peaches whereon the paradise bird baits, almonds thick-candied from the Mogul's cates, and perfumes such as burn by night and day in San, the city in the Himalaya, where gods feast nightly, so the travellers say. The southern merchants. We have been told that in the south are men whom we can buy for beads to sell again betwixt the Trinity and Darien, and gold in dust like sand upon the strand, and soft blue soapstones from the hills beyond, within whose dullness gleams the diamond, and wood so dense it sinks, and wood so tough, not even a blacksmith's rasps can make it rough, plank fit for gun decks and for combing stuff, and palm oil, and palm matting, and palm wine, and palm rope hawser laid for towing line, and palm wood corded with paducah vine, and pelts like armour cut from serpents grim, and striped belts from the beasts that haunt the dim, and man belts stuffed by dwarf folk shrunk and slim, and dwarves themselves that click but cannot speak, of all mankind the smallest and most weak, who poison elephants and hew the teak, and giants reared on milk, whose two-edged spears have foot-wide blades more fatal than fate's shears, who drink a foeman's blood and wear his ears. But beside these the lucky man may find the gold mines that the kings of Egypt mined, rich still in gold, though all the shafts are blind. And in them, in the darkness, crowned and throned, sits the dead Pharaoh's mummy staring boned, surrounded by the treasure that he owned. The cry of the Western merchants. We have been told that in the West the grain in harvest time so yellows all the plain that the blue sky seems dipped in a green stain, and that beyond the grain the pasture runs, well watered on to distant horizons, feeding the cattle in their millions, and that beyond the pastures is the wood, mile beyond mile in leafy multitude, of red hearts, each dark shadowing a rood. And that beyond the wood the mountains are, gleaming with ore and shimmering with spar, wealth like a beacon burning from afar. And that beyond the mountains there are lakes, where fish so stuff the net that the mesh breaks, and men can tread the track the salmon takes. And that beyond the lakes are glens wherein the hunter Indian with the painted skin has heard the mammoth's trumpet to his kin, and seen from out the dim green forest hold vast tusks outcurve and hairy trunks unfold. Beyond the glens are mountains made of gold.